question I get as an iPhone user on Google Fi for almost a year is, do I find it a problem not having 5G and Wi-Fi calling and texting? Well, I will be answering that question and more. Thank you, Lindsay, for the question. Welcome to my iPhone on Google Fi review. So I had Google Fi before when I had a Pixel, and then I switched to iPhone, but I kept Google Fi. So the first question has to do with 5G. Does it work on iPhone if you're using Google Fi? The short answer is no, it does not. But why? Unfortunately, iOS doesn't contain a whitelisted carrier bundle config for Google Fi as an MVNO. That means Google Fi on iOS defaults to the T-Mobile MVNO config, which disables 5G. The upside is, once Apple updates their iOS to support this on Google Fi, then we can have 5G on our iPhones. The downside is, seeing how much Google and Apple get along, I don't suggest holding your breath. Does Google Fi support network switching on iPhones? Unfortunately, no. If you have an Android, then you will automatically be switched between US Cellular or T-Mobile, whichever carrier is stronger in your area. However, for us iPhone users, we are stuck with using just the T-Mobile carrier, which is not necessarily such a bad thing. So if you're like me and you like to save money, then one thing that I highly recommend is using the Upside app. You just download it for free, and then you put in your credit card and you get cash back on fuel or groceries or even restaurants. And here are some of the names of places that do that. Now, some people don't like to put in their credit card because they don't want it to be stolen, etc. I get that totally. So if you don't want to use your own debit or credit card, you can use a gift card. So just go to Walmart or Target and buy a Visa gift card, and then you can use that generic card to get your cash back on it. That's one way to get around it. However, if you're really smart and you already have a cashback card or debit, any kind of card, if you already have a cashback card or an Amazon credit card where you get cash back on gas, you can multiply your cash back because you're getting cash back on your own personal card, like an Amazon credit card, plus you're getting cash back through the Upside app. It's really a no-brainer. If you want to save some money, who doesn't? And and you're going to buy gas anyway, you're going to buy groceries anyway, so you might as well get some cash back on them, right? Does Wi-Fi calling work on Google Fi and iPhone? When I was researching this video, I would say definitely no, and that might have been a deal breaker for me even continuing with Google Fi. But I noticed on my Fi app, we have an update. So it says right here, make calls in more places. To make and receive calls over Wi-Fi, open your iPhone settings, then tap on cellular, Wi-Fi calling, and turn the toggle on. Okay, settings and cellular, Wi-Fi calling. So Wi-Fi calling on this phone, turn it on, enable Wi-Fi calling. Okay, let's enable that. I am very happy that this works, and I actually tested it out earlier. I turned off my cellular and I just had Wi-Fi, and it was just like making a regular telephone call. Thank you, iOS 15.4. Good job. And finally, how do you get your texts working, especially sending pictures and iMessage on Google Fi and iPhone after an iOS update? Well, let's check it out. We've downloaded the iOS 16.0.2, and now I just click on Install Now. Software update complete. Your iPhone has been updated to iOS 16.0.2. Excellent. Let's send a message to one of my Android friends. So I'm going to test sending a pic, and it can be a picture or it can be one of these emoticon emojis with a X on it. And let's just see if it works. It looks like it worked. Let's go into settings and cellular. My Wi-Fi calling is still on. Cellular data network. Aha, it has H2G2 and all the APNs. It has my MMSC, my MMS max message size, and that's excellent. So I didn't have to re-enter all of that in. If you are having problems sending text messages to your Android friends, can't send MMS messaging, or you need to enable MMS messaging, please click here and check out this video that shows you exactly how to fix all that. And I will see you in the next video.